What's up, YouTube? Deadpool 2323 here. Another haul. um, so I recently did those two Spider-Man hauls, and the majority of this haul I got at the end on the same day. On my way back, it was like an hour drive to where the guy with the Spider-Man stuff was, and on my way back, I have like an advertisement on Craigslist if you want to sell your comics. This guy calls me up, and I tell him, I'm like, hey man, he tells me what he has. We had been talking in the past, and I said, hey, I just bought a bunch, and I'm not interested in buying your whole collection because a lot of his collection was stuff that I just didn't care about or want. He said, well, why don't we just meet and pick what you want, and we'll come to a price. So we did that. So basically, every book I got from him, I got 36 books for $54, so it's a total of $1.50 a piece, basically. So I'm just going to get into it. So this first book here, I actually was not part of that haul. My neighbor gave me this the other day. I've been looking for this book for a while. I absolutely love this cover. This is X-Force #1. It's the Clayton Crane cover. Just one of my favorite covers. You got X-23, you got Wolverine, and you got Warpath all on the cover. I think that's Wolfsbane. I'm not sure. That's a drawing of Wolfsbane like I've never seen. So if that is Wolfsbane, that's a badass looking Wolfsbane. But I love the cover, so I was stoked to get it. You can see he only paid 50 cents for it. So this is the Mark Brooks cover, Ant-Man #1. Happy to get that. Again, I paid $1.50 for all of these. Marvel Zombies #1, Battle World. Listen, Marvel Zombies are hot, man. There's a lot of guys who love Marvel Zombies, and the older ones are kind of expensive. So, pay $1.50 for it. I was pretty happy about that. I've shown these before. I love them. The 25th anniversary Marvel covers. Didn't have G.I. Joe. I don't really collect G.I. Joe, but now I have that cover. Plus, Snake Eyes is just badass. Let's be honest. Avengers #202. Nothing big. If you look in a price guide, it shows it's like worth 12 or 18 bucks or something. It's an Ultron appearance. That's why it's worth some money. But just like I said, $1.50. These are pretty cool here. Planet Hulk #1, autographed. I'm gonna assume that's Humphreys. I don't know what Humphreys' first name is, but he's the only one with the last name H. So since it says Sam H. 2015, I'm gonna assume it's Humphreys. We got out 1, 2, also autographed. I don't know why he autographed there. 3 autographed, 4 autographed, and 5 autographed. Pretty cool. Pretty stoked about that. I haven't read any of the Planet Hulk stuff. Been wanting to, but I haven't. So now we're going to get into some variants. These are pretty cool. This is the Care Andrews Deadpool #1 variant. I got to have a Deadpool. Pretty cool. Signed by Jerry Dugan and Hawthorne. So that's pretty cool that it's autographed. Again, for $1.50, I got the 2 autographs and the book, This is the Kieran Grant all new Wolverine #1. Look, these books aren't real expensive, right? These 2 books, but they're just $1.50 a piece. So there's a lot of hype behind this new X-23. So her stuff could be moving, and they're variants. They cost you $5 a piece if you were to buy them in the store. I got them for $1.50 a piece. This one is a little more expensive. This is A versus X. This is the Audi Granov 1 in 25. Man, don't know a lot about him, but I like his artwork. His artwork's pretty all right, man. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that one. This is Extraordinary X-Men #1. This is the Phantom variant. It's the Saya. I don't know how to pronounce Saya Ulm black and white sketch of Storm. That's just a cool cover. And you can see the price got on there was $20, right? Like, that's not a cheap book. I got it for $1.50. Out of all the variants I got, this might be the coolest one. Again, it's another Audi Granov 1 in 25 Invincible Iron Man #1. Just a cool cover, man. Wow, I love the way Iron Man looks on that cover. Again, $1.50, and I keep saying $1.50, but I just was blown away that the guy must have been hurt for money. Another cool one is this is the Secret Wars Civil War #1 variant cover. It's the, again, Addy Granov promo cover. Again, you can see the price guide up there. $20 is what they wanted for it. I've already said I paid $1.50, and then I got the regular cover. And I didn't have any of the Secret War stuff, Civil War stuff, so I was pretty happy. I got #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's pretty cool. This isn't a real big haul. Some cool stuff in there. Just, you know, and here's some good ones. Civil War #4, Civil War #5, and Civil War #6. And one of my favorite covers of all time, Civil War #7. So, here's the deal, guys. The Civil War stuff, the original Civil War stuff, I have plenty of. So if you're interested in them, if you're looking for them, let me know. I think I now have 4 copies. One's a reader copy that I wouldn't trade because it's in just bad condition. I read them, and then I have a good set, and then I think I have another set that's decent, not bad at all. If you're interested, let me know. They're up for trade. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little tired. Moving on, Thor #179. So here's the deal. I paid $1.50 for this book. It's not a book I'm looking for. It's not a book that I'm never going to collect a Thor run. It's not a book that has anything special. It's not a key. But if you're collecting a Thor run and you need this book, let me know. Because I paid $1.50 for it. So it's not like I'm going to ask for a lot of money. But whenever you can get a 15-cent book that's a mainline, Thor, Captain America, stuff like that for $1.50, why not get it? Like this one. Captain America #115. You see, $22, right? And you see, that's what the guy paid for it. Or, well, what it cost, I paid $1.50. But it's a 12-cent, so it's a little older. And 115, it's, one of the first ones. And I love the skull with Captain America there, And then another one I got was, about a year later, Captain America #125. Another cool cover. But again, $1.50. I'm not going to turn this stuff away for $1.50. I might not be collecting the run, but I'll go ahead and collect the run if I can get them all for $1.50. And I think anybody would. Are they in the greatest shape? No. You can see spine ticks. I don't know if you can see. I'm just trying to get that. You can see this. The spine's not. There we go. All right, I'm trying. Spine's not the greatest. That's the point I was making. So this next book I see for like $15-20 in the stores. I don't know what's so special about it. Silver Surfer #50. Cool cover. It's got Thanos on the cover. Seems like anything with Thanos right now is pretty hot. Maybe that's what the deal is. Yeah. So anyways, cool cover. For $1.50, I picked it up. It's in really good shape, so I'm pretty stoked about that. This next book, I already had made a trade with a guy, and I'm just waiting for it to show up. But in the meantime, I ended up picking this up for, like I said, for $1.50. Wolverine Origins #10, the first appearance of Daken for $1.50. Guys, you see right there, $20. Yeah, I don't know that it would go for $20. I think you could easily find that book for $10, maybe a little less. Daken's not a real hot character right now, but anything Wolverine's always hot. It's a classic cover. So, for $1.50, I'm not going to turn that away. And when I get my other copy, whichever book's in best condition, I'll keep, and the other one I'll probably put up. This next book, I was super stoked to get. This is the last. I have 2 more books left to show. This next book I'm showing is the last book of the haul. Let me get rid of these. And I've been wanting this book for a while. I didn't really want to pay the $25, $30 price tags I see everywhere. So for the $1.50, I couldn't believe it. Captain America Annual #8, one of my all-time favorite covers. That might be one of my top 5 favorite covers. It's funny, if you look at anything from the 60s and 70s, especially the early 70s. Any title not titled Spider-Man that has Spider-Man in it, there's a big, if you just look at the price, guys, right? There's a big bump in the value because he was such a popular character that they started putting him in all the other titles as guest appearances to boost the sales of those titles. Well, in the 80s and 90s, they did the same thing with Wolverine, and obviously this is, a testament to that. I can't think of many Wolverine covers that are as cool as that. That was, I believe, Wolverine's second costume. Short of Hulk 181 and, a couple of the different ones where he's fighting Sabretooth. I don't know that there's a more iconic Wolverine cover. So yeah, I think that character. I think that cover is fantastic. I paid $1.50 for it. You can see he has an $8 price tag on it for him. And who knows how long ago he bought it to begin with. But I've seen this at my local shop for about $20. I've seen it at shows for as high as $30. I don't. I'm not an eBay guy. I'll look at eBay prices to discuss the value of something, but I don't buy from eBay because you don't know. Is this book mint? No, it's pretty close though. I mean, it's got a few spine ticks, but other than that, the book's pretty. It's flat. The corners, for the most part, are sharp. It's clean. The white parts of this book are clean. So I haven't actually opened it to see what the inside looks like, but the cover's beautiful. So the last book I want to go over. This book is easily in a 9.0 or higher condition, in my opinion. This was not part of any recent haul. I like to show a big key at the end of my haul videos, and I just didn't have one for this that I had gotten recently because I spent a lot of money on that giant size X-Men #1, so I really wasn't able to buy a big key or just haven't come across them. So I went into my stock and I pulled one out that I got just before I started doing videos. I got this as a honestly I can't remember. It was I want to say it was a birthday gift, might have been a Christmas gift from a very good friend of mine. His name is Sean. And I greatly appreciate it. It's one of my favorite books. I was looking for this book for a long time. I was having a hard time finding it, and he got it for me. It's the Uncanny X-Men. #129. It's actually technically the X-Men #129. It's the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, the Shadow Cat, or Sprite is what she was known as at first, and it's also the first appearance of the White Queen, I do believe. But absolutely love my X-Men. Wanted to get this into this would be in my top 25 of my collection for sure. I think this is one of the more undervalued keys. It's not talked about a lot. When you talk about X-Men keys, I mean, if you read today, the X-Men, the White Queen's a major player. I mean, she ended up marrying Scott Summers, for crying out loud, after Jean Grey died, and she's a major player, and she's kind of a villain still. But she's one of the major villains, and I mean, Shadowcat. I mean, for crying out loud, in the 80s and 90s. I mean, this book came out in '79, so from '79 up to probably 2000, or I don't know how. I stopped reading in '94, so I don't really know when Shadowcat left the X-Men. But from '79 to '94, Shadowcat was a major player in the X universe. I mean, hell. Her storyline in Excalibur alone pretty much single-handedly saved that book. I think she's one of the most intriguing characters of the X-Men, and so anyways, I think this is a major key, and I like to end with major keys. So there you go. I got some trade stuff. I'm waiting to come in. And other than that, I think I'm going to put a little hold on buying for a little bit. I got some big events coming up, and I want to save some money for those events. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop videos. I'll probably do a few more videos. I'm thinking about starting doing contests. I've never done contests before, and so I think I'm gonna. I got a contest in mind I want to do, and so I think I'm gonna do that. So I might even do that right after this video. I'm still kind of debating it. But that's it for this video, guys. You know, guys, keep looking, keep hunting. I appreciate all my subscribers. I really do. I appreciate everybody who comments. Please leave your comments, man. I love to hear from guys. So until next time, guys, happy hunting.